I'm at German Nationals right now and I got top 32. So I'm going to give you my deck profile. I played Snake Eye Kash, and before we get started, I would like to give some shoutouts to Luxury, MetaMats, and Card Market, who sponsor us and just support us, and I'm very grateful. Also shoutouts to everyone who tested with me, who prepared with me, who talked theory with me. So special shoutouts to Tom, to Philip, to Temis, to Jessica, who's probably, hopefully, winning UK Nats right now, to Raul, very big shoutouts. I'm sure there's a lot of other people, Pascal, Malte, but I'm sure I'm forgetting someone right now. If I am, please don't be mad at me. But yeah, just thank you all so much for helping me out, and yeah, let's get into the deck profile. So I played a Kash engine, which is 1 Unicorn, 2 Fenrir for the Kash monsters. I decided for 2 Fenrir because I couldn't fit the second one in the side deck, and also because of something in my extra deck that I will talk about in a bit. But yeah, these are the Kash main deck monsters I played. Then for Snake Eyes engine, the obvious ratios. 2 Flamberg, 1 Snake Eyes Diablo. Mismatching rarities to trigger my opponents. It's very important. Then 3 Diablo Star, the Black Witch. Mismatching languages to trigger my opponents more. Then for spells, I played 3 Bonfire, of course. 3 Wanted. 1 original, it's all very standard. The terraforming for the field spells, 1 temple and 1 Kash planet. I was on 2 Kash planet until 5 minutes before the tournament, but decided to cut the second one for the second Fenrir, because as I said, I couldn't fit it in the side deck, but I wanted to play 2. Yeah, and the birth for the Kashtira Unicorn. Then I played 2 Prosperity. This card for me in testing went in and out of the list a lot, because it's pretty nice for consistency. It's nice with some of the cards that are in the deck that I will show in a second, but it also sometimes really conflicts with some of your lines, you know, like sometimes you just want to draw off talents, sometimes you need the wanted draw, sometimes you do like a co-linked Phoenix into something to break the board, and then you also miss the draw there. So this card at 2 was fine. Sometimes it was cracked, sometimes it was also really bad, I have to say, but well, no, I think I would still play the card. Like, I think it's fine at 2. I played 2 talents and 3 droplets. I didn't want to play 3 talents because I had the call that for this event a lot of people would be switching off of hand traps and onto board breakers, and I was right. I found myself siding these out, going first a lot. And yeah, I mean, when it resolved, it's still one of the best cards in the game, but there was not a lot of hand traps in my matchups at least. Droplet was the best card in the deck by far, by the way. Like, this card won me so many matches. And then I decided to play hand traps still, because I was really scared of Fire King builds and other builds playing lots of board breakers and just basically also Tenpai, you know, just like taking out my back row, taking out everything, or evening me, and me then not having anything to interrupt them with. So I decided to play quite a few hand traps in the main deck, because in my opinion, if you're going first, the best hand traps to have are Ash Blossom and Veiler. If you're going first, these are insane. If you're going second, this card is okay. Sometimes it made my opponents pass, sometimes it was also just not enough. But then I also played 2 Ghost Ogre and 3 Imperm, which are hand traps. So if I drew them in combination with Veiler, I would hand trap in my opponent's turn. But if I only drew Ogre's Imperms, I would keep them for my turn and use them as board breakers. So it gave me a lot of flexibility, because I could, depending on the matchup, choose whether I want to hand trap or whether I just keep them for my turn. Also, a couple of times I had 1 Veiler and I didn't Veiler, and I kept it, and I broke his board anyway, and I had the Veiler for the follow-up turn, and it was just instantly game then. So yeah, there was a lot of times where I got board breakered. Like, one time I played against Fire King, and he, it was game 3, he Dark Ruler, no, he Impermed me in my turn, then Dark Rulered my board, evened me. I kept only the Flamberge with Princess Engrave, and he normal summoned Snake Eye Ash. I Veilered, and he just instantly scooped. So yeah, I like going first, I always kept these 6 in and sided these 5 out. And going second in the mirror, I sided out these 6 and kept these in. So yeah, that's the main deck. It's 44 cards. I think it's a good number. I don't think playing 40 is correct in this deck because there's so many bricks. Yeah, I was happy with this main deck. I think it was a very decent list. Extra deck. We have the Anima. We have the Charmers. Please someone buy me Starlights because I really want Starlights, but I can't afford them because I'm a poor musician. We have the Phoenix. We have IP. And we have 2 SP. This is the reason why I played 2 Fenrir, because if you open Fenrir, Snake Eye Ash, you special the Fenrir, you normal the Snake Eye Ash. If you get impermed, you search Unicorn or Fenrir, you make Anima with Snake Eye Ash, you make SP, targeting itself to banish itself, and you summon Unicorn, Birth, Reborn Fenrir, make Dracosac, summon 2 tokens, IP, Princess, bring back the Snake Eye Ash, and you can full combo more or less. So this was very, very good for me the whole tournament. A lot of times I used one to break boards and the second one in their turn. It was every time it was game when the second one resolved. Also round 1 I played against Yubel, and randomly Dark Charmer stole their Unchained Soul of Rage after breaking the board with 1 SP, and then in his turn I used Soul of Rage and his other monster to make another SP, and it was crushing, it was devastating. Princess, Celine, Apo, Axis, Celantis Package, Dracosac, and Schwab-Harbinger. The rest is super standard. Side deck, I wanted more hand traps because again I was scared of combo decks also, which in top 64 and top 32 I played against Rika. And I actually drew my hand traps, which was pretty good, but still lost in top 32 because I double hand trapped, like I imperm Drolled, then got Talanced on one of my plays and Ash Blossomed on the other play, and then I had to pass back and he just OTK'd me. But yeah, 2 Nips, 3 Drolls. These cards were insane. Whenever I sided them in the matchup and had them, it was just instantly game. Also sided them in some mirrors, depending on their list, I would side into hand traps rather than breakers. For example, against Fire King I would do this. There were some people who were on Sanafont, which is a rank 8 that locks you from summoning from the graveyard, locks both players. So I cannot let that resolve, because then my breakers don't do enough to win me the game. So against those lists I also sided in purely hand traps, and it was pretty good, it went pretty well. Then for the rest, in the mirrors, I sided in these and these. This was my siding usually for the mirror, only this. And I took out the Ashes and the Veilers, going second. These cards were amazing. I couldn't wish for more. Like, these won me so many games. I mean, also against other matchups, you know. Yeah, I mean, I think this is better than the other take spells. I think Metaltronus is a very nice card because it also worked with my siding pattern, because I also sided it going first in the mirror. And then last thing, Floodgates, because we play Prosp, and you can find it so easily that this was actually what sold me on Prosp, because I wasn't 100% certain, but then I was like, yeah, but game 3 I can find the Floodgates, so yeah, that was my profile. Have a good time.